December on a rabbit farm is an exciting month. While this is the month that brings the year to an end, it is also the month that brings about bumper sales because there are a lot of people now at home relaxing and ready to eat rabbit meat. It is a month that we do our financial reporting to see where we are in the course of the year. It is a month that allows us to now plan for the coming year, 2024. At the same time, it is a month that leads us into, reflection upon what has happened in the course of the year. And I think on the reflection side, we've already touched on that. And so this video today will be dedicated to financial reporting and then budgeting. While we're doing all of this, we would then focus on appraising ourselves. We need to now give ourselves a mark, in this area, in the area of dose selection, give yourself a mark out of 100. In the areas of winner's survival, give yourself a mark out of 100. In the areas of being able to sell your produce, give yourself a mark. In the areas of capital investment, where we're able to invest, where we're able to expand, where we're able to do maintenance on the farm, give yourself a mark. So these are some areas of appraisal that we do at the end of every year. And that then re-energizes us to say, hey, next year we can do better. That then feeds into the budget. And that then allows the farm to continue operating. So come along, guys. I want to know how you do it on your side. Come along. Let's ride on this journey. And together, let's budget and plan for 2024. We are in Uganda today. And as you can hear from the beautiful background music, guys, we are in Uganda today. And I'm coming from Uganda reporting back to you live. So hi everyone. Thank you again for joining us for another beautiful session. Occasionally I'll be bringing you African background music, and I hope that will spice your interest in getting to know the beautiful part of Africa that we have here. Unfortunately, I cannot dance to the vibrant Akoli tunes. But I'm sure our Ugandan viewers and people generally interested in the African continent will find these sounds very refreshing. By the way, Uganda is one of the home of what we call the Banyero breed. It's a rabbit breed that is found in East and Central Africa. So you see, it is all worth it, right? Okay, back to the content of this video. So, appraisal, guys, there were many areas to appraise, but I guess for the purpose of this video, we have selected just a few to show what and how we do it here at Ace Rabbit Farm. So, those selection, guys, we scored 100%. Can you believe it? We have mastered the art of dose selection, and we can see that in the results. Guys, our does are producing very well. They are taking care of their bunnies very well. We are having very, very minimum death on the farm. So, dose selection, we score 100, and for that, we are grateful. Now, when it comes to production, basically production means the farm is producing to the capacity for which the farm was designed for. And for that, we scored 80%. Now, this basically means that the does, some of our does suffered, sore hocks. And when they suffer sore hocks, guys, we do not want to really use them in production. It just doesn't sound right. You don't want to take a doe that has got sore hocks to a bag for crossing. And so for that reason, we suffered production loss. And so for production, we were scored about 80%. Okay. Now, obviously the doe population was not. It basically means your doe population was not 100% productive. Okay. Yeah, that's it. This means also this also means that, guys, we are feeding the animals, and yet they are not producing. Okay. All right. It basically means we need to protect our does, because the does are the production unit of the farm. We therefore need to protect the doe, because the better the health condition of your doe, the better the production of the farm. Okay, guys, moving on. Sales and revenues. Guys, as production is already down, we expect our revenues to be below the forecast. However, this low number is still within budget. Okay, and for this we scored about 75%. Still a distribute. Yeah, still it is a disturbance. But what is also very interesting is that it is also a distinction. 75% is actually a distinction. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to cost reduction. This is mainly based on feed, because feed is the only thing that we can really control. The cost of feed is what we can really control. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, you've all followed Ace Rabbit Farm this year, and you notice that we have cut a lot of dependent on the poultry feed, and we have shifted into using the grass, the forages that we have planted. Yes, there was some visible signs of cost reduction, but guys, it's a very tricky space, because the grass is still not enough. It is still not sufficient, and for that, we still continue to use the poultry feed, but we have done a very great job there, and I believe we have crept into, or we have saved at least 30% from where we were the previous year. Okay, so yeah, it is still an area for us to do a lot more. Now, the area which is very attractive for me to talk about is really the sustainability. Our activities that we are doing, are they sustainable? And this is a very interesting sector, guys. We had university students. Ace Rabbit Farm had university students coming to do internship. I mean, what a contribution to the community. Guys, we employed this year, 2023, we employed at least 10 temporal staff to help us during the grass planting. We hired tractors, the tractor drivers. We hired people to help us to clear the weeds and so forth and so on. Guys, these are all small little jobs that Ace Rabbit Farm is creating in its own way in the community. Guys, we use a lot of transportation services, and that in itself is contributing to the local economy. We distributed our organic manure and pesticides for other NGOs to come take and help improve vegetable farms in the community, in their own community. So these are all exercises, activities that we are doing that goes in a long way to help in a very small way, but effective way, in sustainability exercises. Okay. Overall, we scored 100% in the sustainability area. But we believe we can still do more. I mean, what about villages? What about schools? What about hospitals? What about other communities that are very well far away and yet disadvantaged? How can we take our knowledge from Ace Rabbit Farm and push that into them? So for sure, next year, we need to do more work in this area of cost savings and also more sustainability effort. So guys, that is on the appraisal side. So on the finance reporting side, guys, it is much more about the format or the template that we use to capture the data here at Ace Rabbit Farm. Now, this template from Ace Rabbit Farm is available, guys. We are ready to share with anybody who is interested. And just remember that this is only part where we can share with you. This is only what we can share with you, but not the actual figures, okay? Because we don't want to, expose Ace Rabbit Farm to the rest of the world. Yeah, We just need to protect the farm and what they are doing. So basically, we can share the template with you, and then you can then input your own data. But what is interesting is basically, guys, it is a data capture tool. Okay, we record dates for everything that happens, open stock, number of birth, number of death, sales, and then closed stock. So that then takes care of the accounting side of the business. Okay, and then when it comes to the revenue side, guys, how many live animals were sold, how many grilled animal was sold, and how many fresh meat was sold. That again tells you where your revenue is actually coming from. Okay, now the tricky part is to record the expenses. This is where you now start looking at the cost side of the equation. Okay, so feed is a cost, transportation is a cost, any little capital investment is a cost, any operational maintenance services, payment of laborers and temporary workers is all part of cost of running the business. So now once you collect all these data over the couple of months all the way to the end of the year, you can then do the analysis. And out of this example of template which we've got here, you are interested in looking at the green column. The green column there is supposed to show you that your revenues are greater than your expenses. Once your revenue are greater than your expenses, it means you are in the green, right? You are making some revenue for your company. But once your revenues are becoming less than your cost, then it means you're actually making loss. Okay, so guys, these are the areas that you need to pay attention to on this template, and it's available. Guys, hook me up or get close to me on my contact, and everything is on the description box. Send me WhatsApp and I'll send you the template for you to freely play and practice with it. I'm also available to walk you through the template. Okay, all right. So that quickly does it for the financial side of the reporting. Now we are about to enter into 2024, right? And so our interest is, now that we've seen how we have performed in 2023, what are we going to do differently for us to increase our production? And we use a basic rule of thumb to say, hey, year on year, we need to grow by 25%. Oh, wow. That is double digit numbers of growth. Beautiful. So that becomes our top priority. We play around 25% growth year on year. If we miss that mark and we grow at 20%, it is still a win. If we grow at 15%, it's still a win. I mean, look around you, the rest of the economy. Which economy can boast of growing at 15% year on year? And so that for me is the budget. So if the revenue this year is saying, just for a lack of a number, is saying 10, what you want to do is you want to grow that to 25. Yeah, you want to grow that from 10, you want to double to 2025. That is very, very interesting. Okay, so that basically is the budget. So the budget is just a straightforward, using the existing number that you have acquired in 2023. How can you grow that by 25% year on year? Okay, that is the story of the budget. Okay, guys, it has been a long conversation, and I think let us jump straight into the conclusion side. So, guys, in closing, we are able to have these conversations because of one reason. Guys, good record keeping and a small little accompanying business plan. That is what we do. And that here at Ace Rabbit Farm, we encourage all our followers and all our farming communities to invest, quality time to draft a simple but effective business plan. Take template from our page. I will be sharing a lot of templates. So guys, number 2, take template from our page and just start keeping basic record of your cost, of your revenue, of the mortality of your productions on your farm. And with that, you are then able to have a decent conversation as we are having today. Okay, the value, guys, the value out of these business plans and data collection, the clarity that these record keeping exercises bring to our farm is immeasurable. You have to be truthful because now you are speaking to actual data. Okay, data which are even verifiable. About our farm. So, as we continue to give the support to small scale farming, guys, small and decent loans can start flowing into your company, into your little farm, because you have good business plan and because you've got good record to prove that. So, with that said, I leave you with this short rabbit saying: rabbit farming is a gateway business, especially for absentee farmers. It helps you, the farmer, to train your own farming communities, to make them more aware of the business and the impact of their activities on the total farm. So, train your people, and together, let us build a successful small sector agro business. You know how we do it here at Ace Rabbit Farm, guys. Keep farming. Keep farming. May you have a blessed Christmas. And I'm looking forward to catching you in the coming new year. Okay? Bye.